I don't know which I enjoy more, Miss P.
Oh, hello. Mayor Barrett?
Miss Moore, dear, you really should get that cough looked at.
I'd love to, but we don't have insurance. The hospital won't even let me in the front door. Any news on our situation?
Corona's town hall stubbornly refuses to take my calls lately. Something smells rotten in that snake hole, but I have no interest in going there to find out what.
They don't want us back, do they?
Do not jump to such dire conclusions, young lady. Tell me, are your accommodations sufficient?
Oh, the high school gym is fine, Mayor Barrett. But are you sure the coyotes are okay with us sleeping there?
Of course they are. I swear that team must be cursed. Can you even imagine something worse than losing every single game you play? That is what I thought. Well, do take care, Miss Moore.
This morning is a lot cloudier than I anticipated.
There's a predator nearby.
Good morning, Dr. Dixon. And you must be Ms. Peanut, the new principal.
In the flesh. And you are?
Eliza Barrett, your mayor, like it or not.
Oh, right, of course. Good to meet you, Mayor Barrett.
Well, I must say, I'm surprised to see you here already. I had expected you to stay in Australia until the beginning of the school year.
I know, but I just couldn't wait to get started. I like to go in and get the lay of the land before a hunt begins. The climate, the plants, the hiding spots for prey animals to shelter from the beast.
I beg your pardon, the beast?
Yes, the beast. A student with unprecedented powers of chaos and destruction, who compulsively seeks the thrill of confusing their prey and driving it to madness. Many have fallen to her attacks. Students, teachers, principals. But she's met her match in me, Ms. Mayor. I'll succeed where all others have failed.
Well, it seems that Dr. Dixon has neglected to inform you that this beast is my only child. And she has a proper name, you know.
You of all people saying that.
Well, this is a pleasant little...
Ah, what did I tell you, Marco? It's about time we met La Syndica.
Sindaca. That is Italian for...
Please excuse us. It means mayor. Our grasp of English is never mind.
Forgive our manners. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Frank Cooper, and mi amico here is Marco DeLuca. To what do we owe such a distinguished visit?
Gentlemen, as you may know, there is an election coming, and I am looking to extend my influence.
Ah, yes, the election. What do you think, Marco? Should we vote for her?
We could vote for her. What might be in it for us if we did?
Are you insinuating a bribe of some sort?
Bribe? What an ugly word.
I'd say it's more of a we scratch your back, you scratch ours kind of situation. This town could certainly benefit from one of our company's specialties, rental security and protection. Most businesses are already on board, but we're having some trouble convincing Linda Valentine.
I suppose if I manage to persuade Miss Valentine to sign, you might be persuaded to vote for me.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, you have yourselves a deal.
I like you, Syndica. Make sure she signs everywhere she needs to.
Since you are new in town, we should get to know each other. It seems as though your new life happened rather quickly. It is almost as if you just appeared one day in that lovely mansion, with your new business fully operational. That is unusual, is it not?
All right, enough of this nonsense. Are you wearing a wire? Are you setting us up?
Marco, save your spy games for the Bombini. It's a long story, but suffice to say we had a disagreement with our former employers in Chicago.
Yeah, luckily for us, the feds offered us protection and a relocation package in exchange for our collateral.
And what exactly was this collateral, if I may ask?
Oh, some client lists, a couple phone numbers, a jar of 140-year-old sourdough starter. Nothing big, just enough for them to help us relocate.
Truly, El Amigo Ortega went above and beyond our expectations.
Why did you choose this town for your relocation?
Agent Ortega told us the sheriff here is one of the best law enforcement officers he's ever seen, and that he wouldn't trust anyone else to protect us.
Indeed. We have enjoyed the lowest crime rate in the country for over 20 years, thanks to Amos.
Knowing you and Ortega share the same opinion of him puts our minds at ease, Syndica.
Just be sure to keep that information to yourselves. If Sheriff Coltrane knew I was satisfied with his performance, he might start slacking off.
How peculiar. Agent Ortega said the exact same thing.
I'm interested in hearing more about your company.
Ah, yes, RhinoCo, my pride and joy.
At your current expansion rate, nothing seems to be out of your reach. And, as a potential investor, I am very interested in where your company might be headed in the future.
Sure, we're getting into the mining business, as well as insurance and protection services. Of course, we will not abandon the classics. Tourism, construction, funeral services, and contract killing.
What was that last one again?
Contract billing, boss. You meant contract billing.
Ah, yes, mi scuse. The English language is very difficile.
I must ask, why a barber shop? You do not strike me as a people person, Mr. Cooper.
Ah, Syndica, there's something about holding a razor near someone's neck that makes them tell you things they wouldn't even tell their mothers.
Apparently, loud screams, moans, and banging noises are heard from your home every night. The explanation people seem to have is that you are sacrificing animals to the devil.
You wouldn't have a name for the unsavory individuals who spread them, would you?
No, I cannot quite remember. Michael. It was Michael Walker, owner of Mike's Diner. You will find his home 3 streets down from your barbershop to the left.
Well then, Marco, I believe we have a lake trip ahead of us soon.
On second thought, I believe I know enough. I shall see you gentlemen another time.
Arrivederci.
I have no business at the bank right now. Good day, Mr. Slim.
Hi there!
So, Mr. Slim, what do you think of that young lady over there?
Oh, you mean Carrie Ann? She's super nice and really smart. Pretty, too, with a...
Eyes forward, Johnny!
But babe, I didn't move a muscle!
Good, then keep it that way.
Thank you for the chat. I had best go about my business.
See you around, Miss Mayor.
Miss Valentine's future rental agreement. Honestly, selling her soul would be a better deal. Miss Valentine, it has been brought to my attention that you still haven't signed your new rental agreement.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that power-mad Eliza Barrett would be working as someone's lackey.
Eliza Barrett is no one's lackey, but that is beside the point. What matters is that you must sign.
Oh, I must I? What the hell for?
Town Hall is running a special event today. Anyone who signs outstanding paperwork will receive a special gift.
A gift? What are you talking about, fool?
Mr. Cooper has a little box waiting for you. You will receive it right after you sign.
That's stupid. Whoever heard of getting a prize for doing paperwork? What's in the box anyway? Not that I care.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you must sign before you can look inside the mystery box.
Yeah, well, I'm not signing that thing. Can I shake the box? Not so I could try to figure out what's inside, but just because.
Shake it? Oh, it's much too big to shake.
Oh, what could it be? I want to know so bad!
Clock's ticking, Miss Valentine.
No, I'm not signing anything coming from you. I don't care how big the box is. Unless it's really, really big. No, leave me alone.
Your partner fails to see the benefits of signing this rental agreement. Perhaps you could help me convince her otherwise.
Sure, but let me check it over first. You can never be too careful with these. Okay, let's see. Okay, pretty standard. Wait, agreeing to forfeits her own rights of... Who the hell wrote this? Babe, you shouldn't be signing this. You shouldn't be signing this at all.
What are you talking about, fool?
Mr. Slim is just trying to prevent you from signing this awful contract, and I fully agree with him.
Wait a minute. Since when do you two agree on anything? Something shady's going on here. Give me that, Slim!
Linda, no!
Well, all's well that ends well. For me, that is. Gentlemen, I have held up my end of the deal. I trust you know what to do when the time comes.
Look, Mako, she succeeded where you failed. Maybe you could learn something from her.
I would have gotten it done too, if you let me do it my way. Still, thank you, Ms. Barrett.
Indeed. May this be a mutually beneficial partnership. I think you will find that all of Rhinoco supports your re-election, Syndica. Truly, that is a woman worthy of respect. Perhaps we could assist her. Mako, I need a list of people in town who have recently passed on. It's time they perform their civic duty.
I'll dig up everything I can tonight and have a list on your desk tomorrow morning, boss.
It seems that was everything on the agenda for today, and with time to spare. Ah, that felt good. What is next on the docket? Petition to open Mayor Barrett's private swimming pool to all residents. Who would ever have the gall to sign their name to such a... Oh, everyone in town signed it. Everyone except me, that is. Rejected. Proposal. Expand Mike's Diner to chain. 3 new locations by next year. Petition from the Vatican. Eliza Barrett is engaging in immoral behavior in front of her dependent child. We insist Eliza Barrett join a nunnery immediately to save her soul from eternal damnation. Oh, offspring. Well, that is odd. By Lafayette's forgotten legacy. In my enthusiasm, I seem to have worn my stamp flat. Well, I suppose I shall have to reject this last cockamamie proposal later. Oh, I had nearly forgotten to talk to Mr. Huckleberry about the musician's vote. Let us see where he is playing tonight. The Hangar 84 expansion blueprint. I love the words top secret. Knowing things that others do not is so satisfying.
Maybe if I put it in terms of a presidential race. Eliza Barrett, will you be my running mate until the end of time? Lincoln, you are about as romantic as a dirty shoelace. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Overthinking what, exactly?
Eliza, what are you doing here?
I live here, remember? Are you feeling all right?
No, I mean, yes. I gotta see this through.
See what through?
Eliza Barrett, will you please be my co-pilot for as long as we—
Lincoln, we have been over this. I am not changing careers.
Not what I meant. I want to walk you down the—
Lincoln, it is far too late for walks, and I am tired.
Okay, fine, I get it. Look, I literally got a jet. Lapidus made the mistake of eating lunch at Mike's, again. So, now we're down a pilot.
Wait, I thought you were staying the night.
Don't worry, I'll be back in the morning before you even wake up.
I really do not like the idea of you flying at night.
Relax, honey. It's a routine flight, done it a million times. What could possibly go wrong?
Have a safe trip, okay?
I will. I promise.
Well, if it isn't Mayor Barrett, you must be happy now, aren't you?
I am, but I do not understand your little comment.
Amos took my baby girl.
I was not aware you were a parent. Congratulations on the blessed event.
What? No! My guitar, my precious Gibson Electric Blue. And don't act innocent. This has your claw marks all over it.
I had nothing to do with that. Perhaps if you emitted fewer misophonic screeches.
First, you close KGFL. Now, the sheriff illegally seizes my property, making it impossible for me to work.
Yes, Mr. Huckleberry, but look at the bright side. You have so much time now to find a quieter, more productive hobby.
I'll never give up on my dreams. I'm gonna revolutionize music one day. You'll see. You'll all see.
I can count on your vote, right?
Well, I would.
Why do I feel like there is a but coming?
But you've broken a lot of campaign promises.
Mr. Huckleberry, I can assure you there is absolutely no connection between the promises I have made and their alleged failure to uphold themselves.
Do you even feel bad at all for the people who lost their jobs after you shut down KGFL?
Ultimately, the failure of the KGFL was a direct result of poor administration. Town Hall cannot be faulted for allocating its budget to higher priority projects.
Yeah, tell that to my buddies Walter and Frankie. They had to seek work in Corona, Miss Mayor. Corona!
Oh dear, Those poor, poor people. May Washington himself have mercy upon their souls.
So, in good conscience, I can't vote for you. Hope you understand. Well, unless...
Unless what?
Unless you help me record my first album. If you do that, you'll get my vote. Deal?
I have no choice but to accept. How exactly are we going to record your album?
We just need to follow my 4 steps to Rockin' Glory guide.
Oh, please do enlighten me.
It's easy. First, we need to get my guitar back. Second, we need to find some kind of recording device.
This seems reasonable so far.
Okay, the third step is to get a tape to put in the recording device, so don't forget that. The final and most important step is to mail that baby to my record company.
This seems straightforward enough. I may require further details later on, however. Why is that instrument so special to you?
Since the day my pal Harry Russ brought her to me, she's been my baby girl. She means everything to me. She's my world, my life, my soul.
Do you not think it is time to live a more conventional life? A real job, a house, maybe even a partner and child?
Oh yeah? And how did that turn out for you?
Touché, Mr. Huckleberry, touché. I will be on my way now.
Hey, Miss Mayor, one question. Why do you hate music so much?
My auditory nerves are 2 sizes too small, making it impossible for me to enjoy music.
That's it! You're like the Grinch of music. If you can't enjoy it, you'll make it so no one else can. But has it always been this way?
No, I contracted this condition right after my offspring's birth.
Booyah! Damn right! I'm a natural-born prankster! I've been messing with Mom since my very first breath.
That reminds me. I still have not punished you for that, have I?
You can't ground me if you can't find me!
Eliza, what a pleasant surprise.
Good day, Amos. Do you have any crimes to report? I do not want any surprises this close to the election.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Ben lost his pet rock, and Mrs. Roberts' cat got stuck in a tree. Again.
Is that really everything?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Then would you care to explain what that is on the wall behind you?
This? It's nothing. Just a collage I've been working on.
A collage of wasted time, maybe. You are working on one of those hard-to-explain cases. Admit it.
Those crafty chipmunks have been quiet for a while, which means they're up to something.
Oh no, not the chipmunks. Anyway, on to more meaningful topics. I can count on you, right?
Of course you can. Wait, for what exactly?
You will vote for me, correct?
Oh, that. I don't know, Eliza. I feel like it might be time for a change around here.
How interesting you say that, Amos. I was just thinking it might be time our chief of police was a bit younger and faster and...
You know what? Change is overrated. Who needs change anyway?
Glad you came to that conclusion on your own. How has life been treating you lately, Amos?
I guess everything's okay, I guess.
You said, I guess, twice.
Well, the situation lately has been less than ideal. You know, since...
Since Gloria left you, yes. I think you are focusing on the chipmunks to avoid thinking about your real problems.
Oh, wow, you're almost as observant as my big-shot brother-in-law with his fancy FBI job. Solving real cases.
Speaking of your ex-wife, I did not know Gloria's brother was in the FBI.
Oh, you never heard of Jackson Ortega? The best of the very best the FBI has to offer. Most closed cases in the history of the FBI, living legend Casanova. Has his own column in the food section of the Washington Lamppost.
I hope you are not considering joining him in the FBI.
Of course not! I can never leave this town. It needs me.
Amos, as much as I value your dedication to this town, do not get too full of yourself. We can handle a few rodents and the occasional cat stuck in a tree on our own. Maybe it is time for you to get over your breakup and move on.
Get over it? Ha! I know she'll come back. She'll realize her mistake and come running straight back into my arms.
Fine. I know better than to try to change your mind about things that do not exist. Like killer chipmunks. Or Bigfoot. Or your marriage. Or your marriage. Since you asked, let me give you some relationship advice.
I didn't ask.
You know what? I will let you figure this out on your own.
Figure what out? Come on, Eliza, don't leave me hanging.
Consider it part of the healing process. I need you to release a piece of evidence. Hank Huckleberry's guitar.
Sure, let me just gift wrap that for you.
Well, that was easy.
It was a joke, Eliza, a joke. And no, you can't have it. It's been confiscated for a reason.
Fine, Amos. Just know one thing. When this is over, I will have that guitar. Just remember that you had the chance to give it willingly. Care to explain how you are blowing the budget this month? How many hours of taxpayer-funded work went into constructing this ludicrous monstrosity?
Okay, I'll explain, but get comfy. This is gonna take a while.
Then you had better start immediately.
So, this all began with some abandoned packages in the mail. They were addressed to a Mr. McFurry.
McFurry? There is no one in town by that name.
Exactly. McCord noticed these packages had been lying around unclaimed for a while, so he opened one. Know what he found? Nuts! Regular old shelled nuts, he thought. So he ate a few. Turns out those innocent-looking nuts were coated in hard drugs.
They probably just went bad after sitting around for so long.
Yeah, they went so bad that my deputy thought he was a glass of orange juice for 12 hours. He kept crying, thought someone would try to drink him. Anyway, I contacted my inside guy at the Postal Service. Turns out every one of those packages was sent from the abandoned factory. One night, my postal worker friend calls me. He sounds distressed, wants to meet in person, and won't tell me why. I get to the meeting spot on time, but my contact is already dead. Nothing left but a smear of blood. What I did find was Hamster J. Garrick, right by the bloody patch. I tried to question him, but I can't speak hamster, so I called in my animal communications expert.
Oh, come on. Seriously.
According to her, that rodent had an airtight alibi, so I had to let him go. When I went back to the scene to investigate, I stumbled across a hidden envelope. You won't believe what I found inside. A letter!
Well, what were you expecting? 20 years worth of retroactive Christmas bonus checks?
I wish, but no. Like I said, it was a note. It was only 3 words long. Follow the nuts. The nuts, Eliza! The nuts! That kind doesn't grow in North America, so I went to ask at customs. That's when I saw it, the huge wooden box. It looked sealed, but it opened easily. There was room for an entire person to fit inside. And then I found it, the first piece of evidence in this entire case. A can of Chef Mikhail's frikadelki. After some investigation, it became apparent the Mikhail Kodak is Mike's third cousin from the USSR.
But Hamilton's thrown away shot. How big is Michael's family?
That doesn't matter. The important thing is, Those chipmunks somehow smuggled a Soviet spy into our country!
Amos, this sounds like absolute hogwash. And even if that is true, it still does not explain your little project here. How does Mao even fit into all of this?
Well, nothing yet, but I figure if the Russians are involved, the Chinese can't be too far behind.
What does the Black Dahlia have to do with any of this?
After she was murdered, her favorite pet went missing. Her favorite pet chipmunk. They never found her killer, and they've never found her chipmunk. Coincidence? I think not.
I see something named CIA there. What is that?
Oh, that's a new intelligence agency opening in D.C. next year. I'm not sure exactly why, but it must have something to do with the Chipmunk Menace.
Yes, I am certain the government opened a top-secret organization just so they could investigate your rodent delusions. Why does it mention earthquakes?
The last seismic event in this county happened at the exact same time a store in Corona was broken into. The thieves made off with a year's supply of nuts. Clearly, they somehow caused the earthquake to cover up their crime.
Of all the silly things you have said today, this is by far the silliest. Can we just skip to the end?
After I opened the box, things went quiet. Until last week, that is. Those furry bastards know I'm on to them. They're trying to throw me off the trail, but I'm smarter than that. What do you see right behind me?
A huge waste of taxpayers' money and my time?
Look at that ugly bastard on the right. To the untrained eye, it looks like an ordinary chipmunk, but it's not. That's Euonymus sibiricus, which is definitely not a North American species. And you know who he was? Mick Furry! Or should I say, Miss Chibaroskovich? And what do you think our comrade here was doing? Looking at the bank suspiciously!
Amos, I do not know if you are insane or merely a comedic genius. Either way, abandon this cockamamie Soviet chipmunk theory immediately and go do your job. If there's no evidence, then you have no case, Amos. Stop draining the police budget in pursuit of your imaginary enemies.
I'll stop when their furry butts are behind bars. You're gonna feel real silly when I'm proven right, Eliza.
I am not too concerned about that happening. Give me one good reason not to reduce your budget next fiscal year.
One reason? Heck, I'll give you 3. The Chupavacas, the avian espionage, and the Sasquatch.
What on earth is avian espionage? What, are all the birds in town secretly operatives for a shadow government or something?
Not all of them, just the pigeons.
Wait, what?
When you walk out of your house, what do you see? A pigeon. When you walk out of your office, when you park your car, yes, it's a pigeon.
Amos, I understand that they made a mess on your new car. But for the love of Ulysses S. Grant's speeding ticket, get over it already. Ah, never mind. Amos, I will see you later.
Sure thing. You know where to find me.
He died without ever acknowledging you as his son, yet you have followed in his footsteps.
He was my father!
Are you sure your mother was correct about your, lineage?
She wouldn't lie about something like that!
And Mr. Coltrane, who raised you and gave you his name, he never said anything either?
No. For some reason, my stepdad didn't talk to me about all my mom's ex-boyfriends. Where's all this coming from, anyway?
Nothing. I just find it surprising how devoted you are to the memory of a man who rejected you. The looks you give Sheriff Garrett's statue. Well, I never even saw you look at Gloria that way.
That statue represents why I fight for this town. And mark my words, Eliza, you may think I'm exaggerating the chipmunk problem, but I have the feeling those furry bastards are gonna be my William Bonney.
This town is too peaceful for all your vigilance, Amos. And honestly, How much damage can chipmunks do?
We'll see about that.